Hopefully, hopefully you can hear me now, because I can't just be typing the whole time. Yeah. Hopefully. So, I am in the Chicago airport, and I was supposed to get here early this morning. My flight was supposed to leave Toronto at 6:30, and I was supposed to and then go to Seattle. And yeah, and then all of the flights everywhere were grounded until 9 o'clock. So we didn't get out till 9:30. And then when I got to Chicago, my flight from Chicago to Seattle was canceled. So then I had to get rerouted through. What did they find for me? She found me a flight through Indianapolis and then to Seattle and then to Anchorage. So instead of getting into Anchorage at 3 p.m. today, I am looking at 11 p.m. best case scenario, provided I don't miss the connections. And the connection in Indianapolis is not looking good. The flight there is really delayed. So hey, everybody. Hi, GT. Hi, Nicole. I know you're here. Hey, G Mama. So thanks for popping in, keeping me company. It's been very frustrating, but I did have an absolutely delicious burrito here in Chicago, and I was very tempted to get the 16-ounce margarita because it was only $7 and it looked amazing. But then I thought that might have been a bad idea on little sleep and no food at that time. So I did pass on that. But if I get stranded in Indianapolis or somewhere else, then I might just go hit up the duty free and see how that goes. And I don't know if this guy's leaving or not, but he's kind of looking at me like he's annoyed. But he sat down after I had started talking, so that's on him. Hopefully you can hear me. So this is my new headset, and it has a little microphone hooked in, so I can talk not too loudly. So hey, Cheryl. Hey, Sherry. So yeah, I'm just chilling here at the Chicago O'Hare Airport. Not too much going on, but oh my gosh, I have to say, so when we were flying in from Toronto, like we're flying over Lake Michigan, yeah, Lake Michigan, and you could see, sometimes you can see like the streamers through the clouds. There's like a full cloud coverage, and then you can see like the light shining through. And so there were these big streamers of light that were shining through right down onto the water, and then it was kind of leaving a reflection on the water. But some of the light streams coming down were catching light as well. It was so beautiful. It looked like kind of like the Northern Lights, but like on the water, like the Northern Lights if you were looking down at them because of the way it was looking like the streamers. It was absolutely beautiful. I was really sad that I didn't put my camera away like I was supposed to. So yeah, so it's interesting. Except for Indianapolis now, all my other flights, I will be landing over or near large bodies of water. So that's kind of cool. So I'll try and keep my phone out. I think you can have your phone on your hand when you're landing. So I'll try and keep my phone out. So hey, Heather Lynn, how are you? And thanks, GT and Nicole. Yeah, I don't know what happened with the other. I don't think StreamYard could handle it, so I'm just straight up on YouTube right now. So yeah, it's been a crazy day. I'm just really glad that Sydney's not with me, and she would be going nuts. I don't have to try and keep anyone else entertained. So, oh yes, Nicole is a hoot. I know of all the days, right? All right. I haven't gone on a plane in like 3 years, and then boom, just my luck. So, unfortunately, like I made it through customs and everything like that. There was no issues or anything. So, next flight has landed here, so I saw everyone deplaning. So we should be able to get on fairly soon. Um, I think we're going to be boarding in about 20 minutes or so. So that'll be good. And then the flight, though, the incoming flight to Indianapolis looks like it's supposed to land 15 minutes before my plane's to depart. So um, I'll check and see. I don't know how close my connection in Seattle is, but I might be spending the night in Seattle. Who knows? At least I don't think Indianapolis is a very big airport, so I should be able to catch my connection. So, hey, Rebecca, how are you? Hey, Caucasian, how are you? So yeah, that's been my fun, exciting time. I have to say, the American Airlines staff and crew have been super friendly, super helpful. They had the line moving. I was standing in line. It was a long line, and I was like, "Oh my goodness!" And it ended up moving really quickly, and everyone was. I did try to get on the flight to Cancun instead, though, but she wouldn't let me. I was like, "Forget this. Let me go somewhere warm." So, so what's everybody else up to today? Yeah, sleepless in Seattle. It's quite possible. Yeah, so by the time I land in Anchorage, due to the time change, I will have been awake for 24 hours, provided I don't sleep on the plane, and I hardly ever sleep. So um, it's really hard for me to sleep on an airplane. So I was worried about the 4 hour jet lag, but now I just lost a whole day. So 4 hours is the least of my worries. I'm watching my maid wash. Oh, wow. That sounds interesting. I'm afraid to ask what she's wearing. Um, well, I'm headed to Anchorage, Alaska, to visit my parents. Um, yeah, so I just lost a day of my trip, basically, but I was getting in there around 3 p.m. was the time I was supposed to land in Anchorage, and now I'll be getting in there around 11 p.m. So hopefully I can get, and the issue is then when I land, I have to take um, cab or Uber. I don't know if Uber is going to work on the app, but I have to take a cab or whatever to my parents to their retirement home. And the staff, no one will be there after hours. So then I have to try and I don't have a phone working in the U.S. right now. So hopefully I can find a payphone at the airport in Anchorage and call and wake up my dad. So hopefully he has his phone on and he can reach it in order for him to come and unlock the main door when I arrive because he has the room to my key. I get to stay there. They have rooms available for family to visit. And so, yes, I'm going to be up near GT. I just waved at Slava here from Chicago. I used to Delta to get to Chicago. Ah, I hate when the, hold on. No connecting. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to read trying to see the messages. I used Delta to go to Chicago because there were more flights to choose from coming from Boston. Oh, okay. Um, yeah. Well, at this point, I'm wishing I had gone with American Airlines. I mean, Alaska Airlines, because they have a direct flight out of Minneapolis. So I tried to get her to route me that way, but she's like, yeah, we don't partner with Alaska. So, um, I mean, they do, but not. So I think my final flight is actually going to be on Alaska Airlines, but they couldn't, for some reason, she couldn't do it through Minneapolis to get me a direct because I said that, sorry if I cut in and out, the Wi-Fi here is not the best. Um, because I was like, they're saying, oh, we can get you to Seattle, you can go this way and that way. And I said, I don't really care about getting to Seattle. I need to get to Anchorage. So if you can route me through somewhere else that has a direct flight to Anchorage, I'm okay with that. So I was like, what about Minneapolis? What about Portland? Um, that didn't work out. So now I'm going to Indianapolis. And the whole time zone thing is throwing me off because it's saying it was like it's like a 2 hour flight to Indianapolis. And I'm like, but it's right there. How is that possible? Then I forgot the time change. So I'm going back now so I'm in what, Central, and now I'm going into back to Eastern. So it's really hard for me to figure out all these connections and how long my flights are because they only tell you the departure time and the arrival time based on the time at the airport that you're landing in. So it's like it looks like it's only 3 hours from, Indianapolis to Seattle, but it's actually like five hours. So, anyways, it's just very confusing. So, hey, Little Ridge, how are you? Yeah. So fortunately, everything it's going. I'm at least moving through the airport. I'm not stuck in Chicago because since it is not anything to do with the airline this time, and there was the FAA, they're not offering any kind of vouchers for a hotel or anything like that. So I figure I would rather be at least moving across the U.S. rather than being stuck in Chicago trying to get another flight out in the morning because I have a feeling all that stuff's going to get bumped too. So all the flights are just going to be a disaster. So. Um, At least it's warm. I know you guys have really warmed up. I was not liking the weather you guys had there on Saturday. It was like 0 Fahrenheit. I was like, no. But yeah, you guys are, I think the high of what was it, 28 today? So I'll take that. Oh, and then the other thing was I had packed my big heavy coat in my carry-on. But then since I was on such a small flight, the size of that child carry-on wasn't allowed on the flight. So they had to just do like a valet baggage, they called it, just right there at the gate. But the plane was such a small plane that we had to go outside to get on the plane. So I'm like, okay. So it was, I don't know, was it like 20? It was, I think it was 23 this morning. And I'm just wearing like this lightweight sweater, but I did put on my headband and my scarf. So then we go out, get on the plane. I was like, oh, that wasn't too bad. So then we were sitting on the plane after we had waited about an hour. And then we're sitting on the plane getting ready to go. And then that's when the pilot said, no, all flights are grounded until 9 a.m. And he didn't think that meant us at first because it was an international flight, but it did mean us. So then we had to deplane. So then I was outside again. And then I had to go and get my carry-on outside, back outside to get my carry-on, and then come back in. And then when we finally got on the plane, I had to go back out. So I was like, they're kind of laughing at me because I was like, man, if I'd known I was going to spend this much time outside, I wouldn't have packed. I mean, I could have dug it out of the suitcase, out of the carry-on, but I have it like wrapped up in a vacuum sealed bag. So it would have been a bit of a hassle. So sorry, I keep going in and out. And I think you have to like re-log into the Wi-Fi here every so often. Hey, Blands, Monica or Eric, I don't know who it is. Yeah. No, no, I have it. It's just in my bag, but it's just I vacuum packed it so that it would fit in my carry-on nicely. So I'm planning on taking out when I get to the airport, as well as my boots. They're in there. So at this point, I'm just hoping my bag makes it. I do have a check bag, so I'm hoping it finds its way to me at some point. I do have enough stuff I did in my carry-on that will last me for a couple of days, so I should be okay with that. Hey, Barb, how are you? So yeah, so I'm just doing it straight through the regular, I'm not using StreamYard, so I'm having trouble seeing everything pop up. It pops up for a minute and then it disappears on me. So anyone else have anything exciting going on? We should be boarding in a little bit. I think it said at 1:05. It's going to start boarding, so it's about 15 minutes. Pink pants. Not my fault. Of course you did, JT. Awesome. Yeah, I saw your grow tent thing you have set up down there. That's going to be amazing. You're going to get so much growing in there. Do you have any dwarf tomatoes? You got to start trying the dwarf and the micro dwarf. Oh, good. That's awesome, Nicole. Yay. Hey, Rambo. How are you? Yeah. So, I just saw the flight crew get on the flight. Yay. So, I wonder if that even, if everything's ready to go, if they'd even go a little early, which would be nice because my other, oh no, it doesn't matter. My other flight, I think, is going to be late. So, that's awesome, Nicole. Rah, rah. You're getting there. It's quite the long haul, I'll tell you that. So, man, Chicago's huge. Just watching fly in, we like flew over the whole area. Lots of freshwater lakes though and everything around here. I saw really nice, looked like a lake area, probably good for like camping and stuff as we flew in. So that would look nice. Get some lettuce, nice. Yeah, I didn't start any seeds because I won't be able to tend to them until I get back. And I forgot, I ran out of time. I was gonna just actually start all of my pepper seeds in baggies and just have them in the baggies, in the paper towel and all labeled. And then just like 3 or 4 days before I left, have my husband just mist them with water so I could get my peppers started. Because otherwise, yeah, I'm already behind. I know. If I was going to be stuck in Chicago overnight, I would have been like, hey, Slava, you want to go for drinks? That would have worked out. Hey, Urban, how are you? Um, yeah, so This is kind of a bit of a annoying start to the whole trip. I mean, it was going to be a 12-hour trip as it was, so now it's going to be probably closer to 24 hours. So I probably should have gone and gotten some coffee. Oh, okay. So then I'm on my flight from Toronto, and they come by with the, like food service, right? So she hands me a bag of pretzels, and then she's getting drinks for the row right behind me. And so I opened the bag, I started eating them, and then apparently we had too much turbulence, and so she had to go put the drink cart away, and there was no more drink service the whole rest of the flight. So I was like, and now I'm stuck with these pretzels are making me thirsty. Um, so yeah, I was wishing I hadn't had the pretzels at all at that point. So yeah, it regularly would have been 12 hours. That was good. That was good. That was with a 45-minute layover in Chicago, and then an hour and 15-minute layover in Seattle. Yeah. So fortunately, I had a bottle of water in my bag, but I was just like, really? And I turned around and the guy behind me was just laughing. I was like, dude, like, I'm so close. I was thirsty too because I could have gone for a coffee. Oh, the moringa seeds. I wanted to try those this year, but I haven't got around to that. Yeah. So yeah, but thankfully there haven't been any issues. Everyone's been, oh, that's good. Hey, Slava. I was just saying that, yeah, if I got stuck in Chicago, I would have called you for drinks tonight. Unless you want to come hang out at the airport, but I won't be here for much longer. Um, yeah, her ears must have been ringing. Oh, I see people lining up. Are they getting on the flight already? Are they pre-boarding? Yeah, looks like they're boarding already. So, adios for now. I might see you guys in Indianapolis. We shall see how that goes. I'll keep y'all posted either over my community tab or here. And this is Brampton signing out. Okay, how do I stop this thing?